factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitor sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys certainly playing with some confidence right now. 4-1 to start the season. Then on the other side, you've got Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he's up to the 47.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
31 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
ETN once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Bengals 22-yard line.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Lawrence on the sneak, and he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Hey, go.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
And Burrow going to change the play. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? Let's go.
Burrow will throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in the...
Right, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Folasade American. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now it's Burrow. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. Obviously a close game from the defensive standpoint. Maybe don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 12 carries, 51 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Hey, easy, route.
Here's Lawrence. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Etienne up the middle. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Draw play, Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Okay, 36 on this drive. Hey, easy, Ralph. Hey, tomato.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And 5. Down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Here we go. 11-18,
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. From the gun, a give to Brown. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And the man is caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, 39 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Here we go. Right, 80.
They go play action with Burrow. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline, point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
An inside give, Brown. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Right, 80. Right, touch. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
What's your say? 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 12, 12, 12.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tutu Atwell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, and that is incomplete. So we are... Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll be out right at the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 pumps, big 13. Big 13. 42.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now it's Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Lawrence will throw. A short throw there to Strange. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Damone Clark gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll try to do this himself. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick here is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Bengals.
Now a handoff running off tackle right. The 20, 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Here we go. 12. Right 80, 11 MT.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Lawrence finding ETN here, catching it on the out route.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, Sahara.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
Hey, run! Run!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Alert!
2nd and 9.
Rip, 23!
ETN on the toss right. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Hey, easy, route.
In motion right is Thomas. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Burrow will throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
Here we go.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
11 empty. Take. 11 empty.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 21. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
It's just set. 180. What is that? 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
11 mighty.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunter. 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Time not on their side. They've got one timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
The 2-yard line.
What's your set? Big 13. Big 13. 11. Stop.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm getting